Hi, welcome to today's video. Today's video looks at the flow of costs within a manufacturing or retail type business. Or I guess within a manufacturing business, excuse me. So, first thing that happens within a manufacturing business is we purchase raw materials, so we debit raw materials and credit cash or accounts payable. This circle here represents the raw materials inventory, and so the goods will sit in there. That can be finished. That could be somebody else's finished good, like say tires. It could be things such as nails and things like that. So it could be a lot of different things. Once there's a requisition from work in process to transfer some of these goods over, we then debit work in process for the direct materials, debit factory overhead for the indirect materials, and credit raw materials. So the goods are no longer here because they're over here. So again, work in process is debited for the direct materials. So for a car, that would be the metal that goes into the car, anything that's easily associated with the car, so tires, radios, things like that. The factory overhead is debited for the things that are not obvious, like nails and glue and things like that. And we credit raw materials. Well, work in process are working on building whatever it is we're building, so they will have some labor. We debit work in process for the direct labor that is easily associated with the indirect, with the final product. We debit factory overhead for the labor that is not easily associated with the end product. For example, say a supervisor works on 10 different products. He has no set time in each product line. He just works there. In credit salaries and wages payable. And then, of course, there are other factory costs. So we debit factory overhead for those costs and credit various accounts like accounts payable, accumulated depreciation, and so on. After a point in time, the tables will be made and they'll be transferred to finished goods. So we debit finished goods for the goods that have arrived and credit work in process because they're no longer here. Now at this point, once the goods arrive in finished goods, the product costs stop because the product is finished. And now we have period costs. So do realize that we handle period costs much like we did in BA 211 and 212 if you happen to take that. Now, goods will be sold, so we debit cash or accounts receivable and credit sales at the sales price. We debit cost of goods sold and credit finished goods because those goods are no longer here. We do that at cost. So this might be $50, this might be $30. And then the period cost we do as we did in BA 211, so like admin, salary expense, debit, salaries and wages payable, credit, advertising expense, debit, cash and accounts payable, credit. Again, a period cost is recorded in the period that it's incurred. A product cost goes along with the product and is expensed when that product is sold through cost of goods sold. So this is the flow of cost. One should probably at least have this all copied out and placed before them on a test so that you do realize what that flow is. It is a little bit on the complicated side. So again, look at all the entries up here. Again, the goods flow from left to right. So they come into raw materials, over to work in process, they're finished and eventually sold. Anyway, I hope that helps you. Look forward to seeing you on the next video.